Hello, guys. Welcome to Campus Party UK, this amazing event that's supposed to help us find new ways of living, right? This is something that we have all been looking for, and I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy that you are here. And I'm especially happy about this year's campus party because the tagline is reboot the world, right? It's not only a tagline. We know that we are desperately in need of new ways of living, and we are all counting on each other to find these new ways of living, right? I think that as humankind, we can always do a little bit better, right? So welcome to Campus Party UK again, and welcome to my quiet place, right? This is the place in which I slow down. I have some breathing space here, and I would like to welcome you here to talk about this very important subject in the life of artists, as well as in the lives of people that consume art and entertainment, right? So give me a second here. All righty. It is the future of live performance, right? Future of live performance. We are not here to answer million-dollar questions, right? I want to start with that. We're not here to answer, right? We're here to talk about these questions that we have in our heads as artists, as performers, and as consumers of art and of entertainment, right? I will talk more about that as we go. First, right, who is this person here talking to you, right? My name is César Munhoz, and for the past 20 years, I've been creating art and entertainment assets for projects worldwide, right? So I've been working with brands, I've been working with movies, with television series, I've been working with other artists, and I've also been creating my own projects, right? I have studied at Full Sail University, where I had a master's. I concluded a master's in entertainment business that helped me a lot to understand a little bit more about the administration part of it, right? And I want to welcome you to join me on Instagram, right? You can join me on Instagram here at César Munhoz, right? Or you can also join me at my brand new Instagram account, the brand new Instagram account of my 10-year-long performance project, Domino, right? So please join me there. And if you want to send me messages during the talk, I'm here with my phone and we'll be talking about it, okay? All righty. So why I want to talk about this subject with you, right? Because I think that you, especially you as an artist, you artists, are kind of tired of hearing people talk about the future of live performance, the future of things as like big trends, right? Things that are too distant from the reality of independent artists, right? And of artists in general, right? We always hear people talking about big trends and how things are going in the macro aspect of things, as well as on like how big corporations are dealing with them. But I really want to talk to you about it as a person that is going through the same things that you are going through right now, right? I am an artist too. I am a producer. And I am dealing with the same issues that you are dealing now during the pandemic, right? So the reason why I'm here and I want to talk to you is that we need to find ways together, right, to manage this situation and continue reaching our audience in the best way possible, right? So let's put down our notepads a little bit, right? We're not going to talk about trends that will be forgotten in a week, probably, right? All right. So this is the main topic of this talk. What you can do to find ways within your context to get closer to your audience, right? To maintain that relationship that we love to have with the people that consume what we produce. And also, as consumers, if you are a consumer of art, I think it's a very good idea that you are watching this talk, because it will be great to understand a little bit more about the other side of things, right? Let's go. All right. I want to start with 3 questions, right? And when you think of these questions, I want you to take these questions with you as you move forward, right? In your career, not only during the pandemic, but every time you face a situation that requires some extra thinking, some problem solving, right? This is going to help you a lot. But these questions specifically, I designed them specifically because of the pandemic situation, right? So I want you to really put them inside of you and take them with you on your career, right? Also, if you want to send me your answers via my Instagram DM, feel free to do so, right? I am here with my phone and I'll be taking a look at them as I can, right? Let's go. First question, what do you miss the most about live performances, right? Take some time to think about it. What do you miss the most about live performances as an artist and as a consumer? As a consumer of entertainment, I really miss that thing of going to a concert and rocking with people, shaking it out, right? Being together, right? Hugging people, right? Cheering together, seeing the same artists that we like, finding commonalities in our interests, right? There is an aspect to that when it comes to going to a live show. Don't you agree? Right? Not only a live show when I'm talking about music, but theater, even the movie theater experience, which is not like a person performing in front of you, but everybody is there with a common objective, right? With a common goal of enjoying the same thing, right? As an artist, something that I miss a lot is going on tour, for example. I love going on tour. I love meeting new people, going through different cities all the time. And what else? Sometimes when I have the opportunity, it's also great to meet people backstage, right? Meeting fans backstage. Also, as a fan, I love the opportunity I have when I have the opportunity, right? To meet the artists that I love so much, right? Maybe getting an autograph. That's magic moment that happens when we are live together, right? So think about what are your things, right? Right? What do you miss the most about live performances? Fear. Cesar, are we really talking about fear? Yes, we are. And this is the moment to talk about fears, right? This is the perfect moment to talk about fears because we are living some of our biggest fears right now as artists, right? We are not being able to see each other, right? When it comes to live performances, for example, since we don't have the income that comes from live performances, a lot of our livelihood is on hold, right? How are we going to pay the bills, right? So really take some time to dwell into your fears, right? What do you fear the most about what it might become of live performances? Will you be substituted by a hologram? Maybe you will never, right, play a live concert again in the traditional way, right? Just a second here. Campus Party team is calling me. Okay. All right. I hope you guys are able to see the questions here, right? So if you are not, talk to me later, right? So what do you fear the most, right? Take some time to delve into those fears because this is going to be very important, right? Now that you really faced your worst fears, let's think about the ideal situation, right? What would you like live performances to become from now on, right? How would you like them to improve, right? So after you talked to your fears, talk to your desires, right? Your craziest desires. What would you like to become possible in a live performance that maybe wasn't before, right? And maybe even isn't now, but what would you like to become possible in a live performance, right? Think about it. For example, I would like to, let's see, what I would like to maybe have a more personal experience with people, right? I don't know. Maybe have a more private one-on-one experience with some fans, right? That would be fun, maybe, right? And I'm going to talk now about my own experience dealing with these questions and also with live performance so far, right? I'm going to talk to you about my project a little bit, right? About my project Mitomano, not only because it's my project and I want you to know about it, but also because I think there is something in the DNA of Mitomano that can be really useful for all of us, right? When it comes to dealing with problem solving as an artist, as an independent artist, right? So if you want to know more about Mitomano, please go to mitomano.com, right? You have some pictures there. You can listen to the songs, right? And the thing about Mitomano that I think is really useful for me now in the pandemics and doesn't make me so desperate right now is that I always took things one day at a time with Mitomano, right? So just a second here. Campus Party team is calling me. All right. Just a second. Okay. All right. So one day at a time, right? What does it mean? It means that every time that I book the show or that I wanted to book a show, I researched a lot about the place and the city and the venue, and I decided to make a different show for every date, right? So you will probably never see a Mitomano show that is the same, right? And that is something that I decided to incorporate into my my project. And that way of thinking got me into a lot of crazy situations, like, for example, playing in a hard rock venue, singing a cappella and dancing to the samba, right? With a mask on, which almost got me killed. But it was a fun experience, right? I made a lot of interesting friendships in that concert. I made a lot of friends. I made a lot of fans in that concert unexpectedly. I also had the opportunity to rock arenas with hundreds of people singing and dancing together and shaking it off, right? Shaking it off together. I've also been to art galleries, performing endurance pieces, like, for example, those pieces that you take a long time to work with, right? I remember once I went to a theater festival and I decided to do a 24-hour long piece that it was entirely based on the decisions of the audience. And there was also a situation in which I worked with video, and there was a group of scientists from Australia. They decided to use me as a Hive artist, and they decided what they wanted me to do, right? And then I remember I went to I was living in New York at the time, and they decided that I should approach a stranger and ask this stranger to tell me a secret. All right, just a second here, guys. All right. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of different possibilities. And the message that I want to leave here with this Mitomano experience is that this is the time for us to take things one day at a time, and also start things from scratch, right? Start things from scratch, right? So maybe your wildest dreams could be possible, right? But you have to step away from that preconceived notion of a live performance, and you have to ask these questions yourself and bring them to your context, right? Your identity as an artist, right? Bring them to yourself. Start from scratch, one day at a time. What am I gonna do now, right? All right, let me thank Campus Party team here. They're helping me share the screens with you. All right, so I made a compilation of the most interesting ideas that I found so far from some independent artists. Some artists are not independent. Can you hear the crazy wind here on my window? I am in a city called Curitiba in Brazil. We have singing winds, right? So please bear with it, right? So how are artists reaching audiences now, right? So even the ideas that I'm going to show you here that are not from independent artists, they are ideas, I brought them here because they are ideas that you can apply with a very low budget, right? You can apply with not a lot of equipment, right? So there are lots of ideas that you can put into practice to make the most of your connection with the audience, right? All right, so the first one that I would like to point out are intimate experiences, right? I have a friend from Curitiba called Darlene Lepetit. She is a drag queen, and she decided to record personalized, customized messages, right? So if you want to send a customized message to someone you love, you can talk to Darlene, she can do it for you, right? The same thing is being done by a nice group of artists from Rio Grande do Sul, Carlinhos Carneiro, Chico Bretanha. They have a group of bands, a brotherhood of sisterhood of bands in Rio Grande do Sul that decided to do that too, right? So they decided to do that during Brazilian Valentine's Day, for example, June 12th. They were selling, literally selling those messages, right? You chose your favorite songs from these artists. They recorded for you on a video message, and you could send to your loved one during Valentine's Day, right? So that's amazing. Another thing that I've been doing, for example, I've been working with digital parties, right? Mitomano is promoting digital parties. So you can go to my website, and then you can join these digital parties. So it's an intimate experience for you, right? Because you are there, right? But you are on a dance floor with a lot of people. We have avatars. It's a lot of fun, right? We can do it together. And also, I've been working with breathing space lives. So if you follow me on Instagram, Mitomanox, every time you see me around, I will be promoting a breathing space live. So we are quiet, right? I usually do some crazy abstract visual stuff. Sometimes we listen to classical music, right? Or sometimes we are just quiet in the dark, right? A breathing space life, literally, right? Regularity, right? People that are creating content like crazy, right? In high frequency, right? I am not those kind of people, right? I am not part of that group. My thing is another thing, right? But I know a lot of interesting people that are doing things like that. I would like to point out Jim Gaffigan. He is a comedian from the United States. And I was going to see him live in São Paulo, March 13th. And one day before the event, he canceled it and came back to the United States to his 5 children family because the borders were about to be closed, right? The pandemic was officially declared. And but on the day of the live performance in São Paulo, he created a show called Dinner with the Gaffigans. So he said that he was worried about people that were lonely, right, in their places, right? So people that, for example, high risk people that cannot really interact a lot with a lot of people during the pandemic, they are totally lonely, right? So he decided to create this show on YouTube. It's a free show. You can go there, and it's also a fundraiser. You can go there and literally have dinner with them, right? You can watch them have dinner. He sometimes performs some routines, some comedic routines. You can talk to his children and his wife, and it's really, really, really fun. And this is something that has been bringing people closer to him, right? And on the side, he's releasing a new special, right, on commercial platforms. So he's also in touch with people that love his work, right? Also, Deluxe Experiences. Deluxe Experiences. Please take note of Anatelli, Fabrizio Anatelli. I think it's Fabio Anatelli or Fabrizio Anatelli. I forgot the first name now. But he is the creator of O Teatro Mágico. It's a Brazilian project called O Teatro Mágico, the Magic Theater. And he's been created deluxe concerts for only 12 people. And he interacts with each and every people during the concert. So this is an amazing experience, right? I think that now the ticket is around $50 in Brazilian bucks, which for you it's not a lot, unfortunately for us. But $50 here in Brazil, it's a good price of ticket, but you have a personal experience with the artist. This is amazing, right? The artist talks to you during the show. This is super, super, super cool. I totally recommend that you go for it. Collaborations, right? Collaboration is the word, right? Now, we have to collaborate with each other. And now I want to talk about Lucius. Lucius is a singing duo. They are my favorite singing duo. They are currently based in LA. And they are promoting a couple of open mic nights on Instagram. So they are live on Instagram. You watch, and if you're lucky, they can invite you to join them and sing with them, right? For their audience, which is a pretty vast audience, right? So this is a very generous group of people that is helping independent artists. And maybe you could do the same, right? You could do the same with your group, right? Who is your group, right? Your group of artists. Get them together, right? Let's make this revolution together, right? Also, I would like to point out the square aesthetics, which is not new, right? But now it's here to stay, right? So everybody is in a rectangle, right? There is a very interesting comedy group that is based both on LA and Canada. It's called the Sunday Service Improv Group. And they are transporting the live shows that they used to do on stage to can you hear the wind? They are transporting their live shows to experiences like this one, right? Every artist is in their own houses, right? They share each other's experience on a rectangle, right? So this is something that could be explored by us, right? In our favor. How can we explore that to our favor, right? Guys, I hope you've made the most out of this experience, right? Again, I am really happy that you were here and that we could share this experience together. Just a second. Right. And so I would love to continue this talk with you, right? Artists, consumers, producers. Let's work together, guys, to make live performance a reality in the best possible way in the post world, right? Campus Party team, can you just please show my image again, just so I can give a goodbye to people. And thanks a lot, guys. We're gonna make...
Hi everyone, my name is Yasmin Grêmio. I'm a blogger and a podcast host,